Hi guys, I'm Amy, and I am coming on to do a soul tribe reading. I just had a card fall on the floor from in between my books. I didn't realize it got stuck in there, but I feel like it was meant for me to read it during this reading, and that's why it happened. It says, "What am I most afraid of losing?" As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's soul action: name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. Today's mantra: I move forward knowing that I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. Okay, so that was a needed message for this soul tribe reading. Okay, so first I'm going to pull from the Spirit Song Tarot and see what it is we need to see and hear today. Spirit, please show me what it is that my collective and I need to see and hear. Okay. Any other ones, Spirit? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we've got the Four of Crystals. Four of Crystals, page 84. Beaver, control and security. Putting his skills to good use, Beaver builds a solid foundation. He puts a great deal of effort and planning into bringing order into his life. Reaping the rewards of his accomplishments, Beaver reaches his prospective goals and practices sound judgment in organizing his haven. At the same time, he realizes that even a solid foundation can be altered. He maintains the control he can, knowing that he may need to make adjustments along the way. Beaver is here to remind you that by working from a place of trust rather than force, you'll have more energy to meet your goals and shape the life you desire. Hold fast to your resourcefulness and solidify your awareness of your inner power. The keywords here are stability, success, security, control, organization, practicality, power, vitality, and endurance. Okay, so I feel like this is about you working on building a solid foundation for yourself. Okay, now, and for me as well, obviously. I am working towards building my solid foundation. I definitely am. On top of doing this, I also start a new job on Monday as a PCA. Okay, that was far too many, Spirit. Please only give me one or two messages from the stack. One or two messages from the stack, please, Spirit. See, even I have to set boundaries with Spirit. We're going to take that one. Thank you. Okay, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. I love that. Okay, so let's see what the Soul Tarot says about Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is about standing in your independent energy, usually. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles, page 84. So the number 84 could be relevant to you in some way. Are you making space for rest and breaks? Are you savoring the fruits of your labor, or is it all work and no play? Nine of Pentacles wants us to go lie on the banks of a river with a good book and ripe peaches and remember how sweet life can be. It is a gentle reminder that pleasure doesn't have to be expensive and inaccessible. It can and should be simple and within reach. What could help you come back home to more of the fruits in your life? And for me, I really do enjoy my solitude. I really enjoy a lot of time alone. I like to spend time listening to stuff like what I have on now. I also like to spend time listening to my hard rock, heavy metal, the music I've been listening to my entire life. I am much newer to the binaural beats and the inspirational music and all that. I do enjoy it though. But it's about finding that fulfillment within. Okay, next I'm pulling from the spiritual meaning of bird. Wow, that was quick. Are you even going to let me shuffle? Thanks. Okay. And we may end up seeing these birds that come out. It could just be that the message is important right now. Okay, that's far too many, Spirit. So yes, that was it. And we'll take the waxwing because I saw it. But we really don't need more than 3 birds to read. Okay. So we will start with the waxwing. It's about sharing, health, and gluttony. Okay, the waxwings on page 120 and 121. The waxwing shares food with its flock and family and can appear to remind you to share as well. Are you keeping things to yourself a bit too much? Do you know someone who needs a pick-me-up? Sharing with someone can increase your joy by observing their pleasure. The waxwing's older associations with plague can be a warning to mind your health. Have you been eating healthfully? Are you getting enough rest? The waxwing's particular love for berries and fruit can indicate a metaphorical or physical problem with a sweet tooth. The waxwing's tendency to indulge itself to excess can also be a warning. Are you overindulging in something? Are you partying too hard when you should be reserving your energy to take care of your responsibilities? Now, on this note, I want to say that I recently gave up all sugary drinks and even those with artificial sugar, and I'm only drinking spring water now for the most part. I do not wish to drink fluoride. I have switched to fluoride-free toothpaste. I finally found that in the store. Okay, and then I have also given up nicotine. So I am definitely working very, very hard myself. And perhaps you already are as well. If not, I feel like you are being encouraged to. Okay, next we have the gall, and it says adaptability, balance, and caution. Pages 68 and 69. 69 is my favorite number. It's not for why most people think. It's just because I am a Cancer sun and rising, and the Cancer symbol is literally a sideways 69. Also, it is a twin flame number. It's that mirroring. The 6 mirrors the 9. Okay, gall, adaptability, balance, caution. The gall, colloquially known as the seagull, is an adaptable scavenger. Are you using your resources to their utmost potential? Should you be thinking outside the box more? Think about the juxtaposition between the seagull's association with freedom and the perception of the bird as a nuisance. If you see the seagull as a pest, try to see beyond that to the freedom it represents. If you see it as a symbol of liberty, remember that it has baser associations. The gulls remind us that everything has a flip side. Gull is the root of the word gullible. Therefore, the gull may also have appeared to caution you against becoming someone's gull. Take everything with a grain of salt and think carefully about what you accept as true. And one thing that I've learned on my personal soul growth journey is that once you do a lot of the healing work and you're able to actually feel what is going on inside your body, you can learn to listen to your body a lot more, and you'll literally feel it inside you if something is truth or not true. Okay, and finally we have Bluebird, which says happiness, peace, and hope. Let's find Bluebird. Okay, pages 32 and 33. The Bluebird speaks to you of inner calm, peace, balance, harmony, and a genuine love of the self. Blue is a tranquil color, and its various associations suggest a balance between happiness and sadness, or an understanding that there must be a balance of both in life. If you actively look for happiness, you may not find it. Happiness is a result, not a goal. Don't look for something specific, but be open to it, however it may come. Think of the bluebird as inspiration or the opportunity to recognize happiness and welcome it. Joy is either imminent or already present. You have but to be open to it. Okay, so make sure you are keeping your heart open, that you're welcoming this happiness in however it comes. Okay, next I am going to get us messages from a passed on loved one. Messages from a passed on loved one that we need to hear right now. Spirit. This texture of this deck is like very different from most of my other decks. I don't know. Okay, so we have, first I have a new understanding. So let me find this. Perfect. Page 51 and 52. Ironically, I understand life so much better now that I'm not physically alive. Of course, my soul, like yours and everyone else's, is very much alive. In fact, I've learned that nothing can harm our souls because they are God's handiwork. Oh, sure, our emotions and our psyches can get wounded, but those are still part of the human ego, so they can be healed with the right understanding. Basically, I've learned to have complete compassion for myself, for everyone, and for the process of life. I wasted so much time judging myself and others, and I held back because of insecurities that had no foundation. Now I see that there's nothing to fear at all because nothing bad can ever happen to you at a soul level. So please learn from my experiences. Live your life with gusto and joy. We have a lot of talk coming out about happiness. I feel like we, as a collective, are finally like figuring out that for ourselves where we find our own happiness, right? Okay, now we have the earth as our school. This one likes to come out. Pages 87 and 88. We often forget when living in a physical body that earth isn't our true home, heaven is. Heaven is a lot like earth with people, animals, flowers, trees, and such. The difference is that up here there is no competition to meet physical needs. After all, you don't have to eat or pay taxes in heaven. You do have responsibilities, but they're part of your life purpose, so they are joyful. For that reason, everyone in heaven is relaxed, forgiven, happy, and loving. We go to earth to experience life in a physical body. It's like going away to boarding school. Once you have a physical body, the ego becomes apparent because everyone is competing and struggling to take care of their physical demands. But if you can rise above those energies, you learn how to bring heaven's love to earth. It can take multiple lifetimes to grasp this simple yet not so simple concept. Fortunately, I'm here to help you learn what's really important for your spiritual growth: love. The more you can see yourself and others through heaven's loving eyes, the more you'll understand that everyone is doing the best they can. You'll have compassion for yourself and others, and that is when you've mastered your schoolwork. Beautiful, I love that. Okay, and then now the final one I'm going to be reading from a book is The Healing Waters Oracle. Okay, anything else? Thank you, Spirit. So we have the Pink Dolphin, Celebration, Fun, Unbridled Joy, Open Heart. I cannot believe how many of these today are speaking of joy and happiness. This is beautiful. Perhaps, like me, you have been finding a lot more joy and happiness in your life, based on your listening to your own soul. I feel like. Okay, that thank you seems out of, yeah, it is out of weird. Here are these. Aha, found it. Okay, the Pink Dolphin, pages 114 and 115. The Amazon River dolphin, also known as the pink dolphin because of its unique pinkish coloring, is an endangered marine mammal that lives in the fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco River basins in South America. Deeply revered, it's the subject of many local myths and legends. In one, it's said that if you go swimming alone, the pink dolphins may transport you to the magical underwater city of Encanté. To be near dolphins is to experience a whole new level of play and joy. This is a card of welcoming more joy into your life, to opening your heart and mind to new experiences, and prioritizing happiness and fun, to prioritizing play and taking time off from the monotony of our everyday lives, to play like a child without being attached to the outcome. How can you welcome more joy into your life? What can you do just for fun? What do you want to celebrate? This card is a wonderful one to receive and is always an invitation to stop being so serious, to play, and to have more fun. When we play, we're able to release the pressures and stress that we're carrying and switch off. Often when we do this, the two hemispheres of the brain can make connections and solutions that we previously couldn't see come flowing in. Soul inquiry. How can you welcome more joy into your life? Okay, and like I said, I have my ways that I've been doing it. Now we have King Tide. King Tide, pages 96 and 97. Plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. An especially high tide that occurs several times a year when the moon is either new or full and is closest to the earth in its monthly orbit. The king tide swells the waters of the world. The king tide is a time of plenty and abundance. It's a time when everything seems to be at its fullest and most alive. This card delivers a message of receiving all that you've created, of opening yourself up to truly enjoying the bounty of where you are while it's here. Like in summer, when the days are at their longest and our energy seems to be at its fullest, we're encouraged to embrace all of life with open arms, to receive wholly and fully while we can. Perhaps you've been working towards this moment for a very long time. This is your reminder to enjoy it while it's here, to welcome all that knocks on your door, to experience all that life has to offer you right now. This is a card of full blooming flowers in the season of summer. That is hilarious because we're literally about to step into summer. Today is June 20th. Today is the summer solstice, isn't it? If not today, then tomorrow. Nice, nice. Thank you for that synchronicity, Spirit. Hey, relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive. Soul inquiry, what have you been working toward? And I've been working toward, like I said, building my own solid foundation for myself, right? And then how can you open yourself up to receiving it more fully now while it's here? And that is something I'm definitely going to have to focus on, reflect on later. I need a drink of water. All that talk is making my mouth dry. Okay, now we're on to the smaller deck. So first I will see what messages, what affirmations, what affirmation do we need for today, Spirit? What affirmation do we need for today? Okay, thank you. So we got stay balanced, stay strong, and positively motivated to attract the constant flow of positive abundance into your life. And that's true. You have to stay balanced and positively motivated, and that will draw in all the good things for you. Okay, now I'm going to pull a chakra card. Spirit, what? Thank you. Positive thinking. That's funny. It's just, I love when synchronicity, man. I love synchronicities. I can't help it. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being and I find serenity. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the moon deck. What message do we need? Okay, thank you, Spirit. We got 46, so 46 could be relevant for you. It's relevant for me right now because I am 46, only for a couple more weeks. Listen to your inner voice under the moon. Okay, so I feel like that's about going out under the moonlight and just sitting in quiet and listening to your inner voice. And then we have 34. Set your intentions under the new moon. Okay, so the next new moon we have, you're being asked to set your intentions under it. I know that's not going to be till July because we already had June's new moon. Okay, what message do we need from the shamanic healings? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Flipping there. Maybe I was imagining things. Oops. Sorry about bumping the phone and shaking the camera. Oh, beautiful. We have 24 Ascension. Okay. Ah, and 13 Abundance. Beautiful. So I feel like once you have this Ascension, abundance is going to be coming in. And we had so much talk of abundance in this reading. Okay, let me see if there's any more messages from the Soul deck. Any more messages for my collective and I from this deck, Spirit? Any more? Wow. Okay, we get a lot from this deck. So let's see what is going on. Am I in my head or in my heart? Really, the key is to balance both, right? What is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today's soul action. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and your dreams. Beautiful. I like that. Oh, now my water's in my way. Okay, we have when was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting, your eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Today's soul action makes somebody laugh today. And actually, I really do enjoy making others laugh. I do. I have a wide sense of humor. Like, I notice I tend to have a sense of humor. Like, I like a lot of different genres of humor. We'll say that. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body's feeling, how much sleep you're getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action, take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra, the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Absolutely beautiful. Whoa. Okay, now I'm going to pull from the other chakra deck and see what it is that we need to focus on at this time. What do we need to focus on, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have purple, faith. Or this one actually I believe is indigo. Okay, indigo. So this would be the third eye, and it says faith. Okay, so I feel like me, you are working on strengthening your faith. Trust and faith, okay? And then we have yellow, which is solar plexus, and it says prayer. So even if you don't believe like in prayer the way it's taught in religious circles, any form of speaking to your guides or the universe is prayer, okay? So however it's comfortable for you, but yeah, you're being guided to make sure that you are making time for prayer. Okay, now I have light workers oracle, and we got the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, so maybe you've been dealing with some anger, some conflict, but you're being guided to soften to love. Okay, feel your feelings. I'm not saying not to feel them. Feel your feelings. You absolutely must. Sit with them, feel them, then release them and return to love. Okay, and then keep, whoa, no, not that many. I was going to ask for one more, Spirit, and I believe you knew that. One more. Can we not mess all my cards up, please? I think that Spirit, doesn't like my perfectionism when it comes to the cards on the table because, yeah, Spirit likes to, mess them up. Okay, we did get several more cards here. We've got wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So there may be something you were asked in the universe about, going towards, doing, or being sent something, but the universe saying not quite yet. We have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. And I feel like this is you being in touch with your inner child, realizing how golden your inner child is, right? Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And this is what we're actually here on earth learning to do, is how to hold the opposites. That is something even quantum physics teaches, right? We've got big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Okay, so you may be getting some inspired ideas coming in. And then we have all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So whatever you're questioning, you're being asked to go within to find the answer to it. Okay. Well, that's all for this reading. So I do thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night, depending on when you're catching this.